Disability means different things to different people. To some, it is a misfortune, and to others, it is a challenge that can be overcome. My name is Justine, and I welcome you to Life Stories. Today on the show, Sam Gombya, a well-known musician, radio presenter, politician, husband, and father, tells his story. Some people find it easy to make a name for themselves in society. For others, it takes hard work and determination, but they get there. But then for a disabled person, even making a living is a mammoth challenge. How did this kind of ailment come about?
I was told I was 2 years of age. That's when I got this. And a child of two can't really remember what happened, but due to polio, I got it. But I can't remember the pain. I can't. I grew up when I was like this.
Take us through your life, vis-a-vis this ailment, living with this ailment.
I'm 35 years of age, and which means I've been like this for the last 33 years now. I'm not blaming anybody on this. It was a sickness. It came.
How did your family react to this? Your family as you grew up and then school.
Me, I was brought up by my jaja. She loved me, she taught me, and she taught even others to love people of our kind. So I grew up in a family of 5. I'm not complaining about it.
Yeah. Do you think they loved you because they felt sorry for you, or
they used to? They used to, because Jaja didn't allow me to do things which I could not manage, like fetching water, like heavy things. So she could not allow me to do so. But anyway, after she died in 1994 when I was in S4. So maybe that's when I started suffering.
What do you mean by suffering?
Suffering, like transport to the school, going to the school, so others could not really, feel it, that a disabled a disabled person can't really walk from where I was in Berkeley, so to walk for something like 2 miles, it was very hard for me. But I walked because really I wanted to go to school.
You wanted to go to school. So how has your life been vis-a-vis this disability or ailment? How have you been? How have you taken on life?
I got used to it because you can't heal it. You can do nothing. They used to tell us that when you go to church, you will get better. My judge used to take me to church. Nothing happened. So eventually I became used to that. And doing what other people can do helped me a lot. I could not sit back and complain. In Luganda they call it okwekubagiza. I could not okwekubagiza all the time, that you feel, because many people of this kind, they tend to sit back, relax. So if they stop that, they will get better. They will cope up with the situation.
How do they do that in a society where sometimes they're really put down?
In the society like Uganda here, we really have a lot of challenges. The PWDs, they have a lot of challenges. For instance, for us, they don't care about us. You just have to care about yourself, or maybe the family. So if the family really come on board, you're lucky. And in most cases, some families, they don't. So they don't feel you're part of them. Even in the society we are living in. People, they do think that we are not people enough, let me say. We are not people enough that we can do what they can do. Yet we can really do it. And kyenkubiriza mi abantu abali ebweru eyo nti n'omulema asobola. Senga omuzuula nti asobola okukola bwekiti ne bwekiti muwe chance asobola okukikola ate n'akituusa. For instance, me, I didn't know that I can sing. I could sing the way I am singing. But my judge helped me a lot. mu bulamu omusajja saana afuna omubeezi mu maka babe wamu bakola obufumbo obutukuvu obusaanira laba muko ono omukyala gumpadde omutaati wa mukisa era muko nange kulayirira nti mwanyoko asaanidde. About my dad, I don't remember what he did for me. I don't remember. My mom, I don't know, but my jaja. Me, I was brought up by my jaja. My other mom and dad, I don't. They didn't help me. They didn't show me anything. After that, maybe they took me to jaja.
Do you think it was because of that situation? Or there were other factors?
Maybe there were other factors which brought it. But I don't, sincerely speaking, I can't tell. But my mom died. My dad is still living. We talk, we chat, there's no problem.
How does somebody accept themselves and move on with life?
Accept it the way it is. You just have to involve yourself into activities which can be done, that is if you can, because disability differs. If it allows you to sing, sing. If you have the talent, do. Because me, I played football. But because of this, I could not carry it on. So it affected me that way. I was a goalkeeper of Navagereka Primary School, my school. A school goalkeeper. So, but because of this, I could not carry it on. So I failed. It failed me. So I'm just, if you really have it and you can do something, come out.
Do what it allows you to do.
Exactly. Because if you don't do it, no one will tell you to do it.
Nezirize nsose zegamba nti munange tukole emisoro kwanga bitutambulira bulungi. Okay, katugenda ko mali agolima oluganda tugenda kwanga tukomona.
Gombya soon discovered that self-confidence and ambition will open doors for many people, but only a few people with disabilities possess these qualities. Oftentimes, people with disabilities will have great feelings of inadequacy and self-pity, wrongly believing that they cannot compete on the same level with other people. And when it comes to affairs of the heart, many believe that they are unlovable. Sam Gombya was not daunted by his disability, and he pursued his lady love relentlessly. How has your marriage life been as a man with a disability?
I'm very happy married with 4 kids. At the beginning, I thought I could not even marry.
Why did you think you could not marry?
Because I was disabled, and in the school I was the only person who was disabled. Though I could shout, I could talk, I could joke around with girls, and that's in a primary school, it was okay. But when I grew up, yeah, I thought I could not get any girl who could fall in love with me. Thinking that omulema tebamwagala. Naye nga tera seekubagiza nnyo nti tebanja, because me, jjajja yali anjagala. My grandmother used to love me. Nga ne bw'otanjagale, by the time I get home, I'll be loved.
There was enough love home.
Exactly, home. But eventually, when we grow up, omubiri gukula naffe, good demanding. So I thought I could fall in love with that. So I tried here and there. But of course, I end up nga siri so serious.
Because you were scared.
Because I know, baja kumvuma, segera, baja kumvumirayo, kana kalema kagala chibi. Because in primary we used to put on shorts, and you know what it means.
So how did you end up finding the one?
Sophie Gombya, my wife. I really yantawanya for over 2 years. It wasn't very easy, and I had given up.
Was it because she was principled or because of your
Yeah, she was
ailment?
principled. She was, according to the family background, their family background. She told me. But eventually, God gave me my wife. We started our home.
Mr. Gombya did tell us a lot about living with disability, and it's interesting how he found love. However, the question still remains, can one truly fall in love with a disabled person or a person with a disability? Well, next on the show, we have Sophie Gombya, and Sophie will be telling us a lot about living with Sam despite his disability. So, Sophie, why did you choose Sam of all men?
I said yes because he was my friend. Actually, he was my best friend since childhood. So it came from friends, lovers, wife and husband. That's why we are now.
And I notice you're happily married. He talks about you a lot. But doesn't it bother you that Sam is lame or he has a disability?
First of all, he's not disabled, but he has a disability. He had that inferiority complex that he was disabled or stuff. But now he caught up with it. He's learned to live with it. So I think it's okay, very okay living with him.
Apart from his inferiority complex, did it not bother you as a woman that I'm actually going to date a man with a disability?
Actually, we went to the same schools from primary, then we went off secondary, then we met again college. So I think it didn't bother me at all because I knew what he could do, I knew what he couldn't do, so I learned to live with him.
So at that point, when you decided to fall in love with him, or when you fell in love with him, it was beyond his disability. You didn't mind about it anymore.
Yes, I didn't mind because he didn't mind too. He had learned to live with it. It didn't come to me like he was disabled because I think it was normal. It's really normal then.
Do you sometimes wish Sam did not have a disability?
Oh, honestly, no. Because I don't think I'm lacking. Naye mwennyini ne bw'omugamba waliwo ebiseera batugambira nga waliyo church ezoonya abalema biki bikigenda bakusabire, but I think never. Opportunities alina nnyingi ng'omulema ye nga ye. We love each other. I love him. And what I want to tell you is that I sometimes forget he's disabled. I don't feel sorry for him. I don't feel, because I see him just like any other person.
How did your family welcome Sam?
Sam yali mukwano gwange since he was my childhood friend. Kati yali nga gye waffe nga bamumanyi biki bye bitu naye nga bamanyi tuli bamukwano. So by the time we're charged and we're getting married, they knew him, they knew what he could do, they knew what he couldn't do. So I think they took it the way it came. Because nobody teyali yandaga nti oba complaining you're getting married to a person with a disability biki buli omu yakiwelcaminga nga bwe kiri. Because what mattered nti ndi happy, my mom and dad tebaali basinga okwagala nti muwala waabwe ali happy anange kye nabalaga, so they let go.
So, did you ever get afraid that maybe you would get an offspring, a child that has the same problem?
Yeah, because I know what it means. I know God can't punish me that way. He can't, but I know when I get one, I know what it takes and what it means. Because in most cases, the way Uganda is, we are not people, they don't care about us. Buildings, schools, hospitals are not accessible at all for us. Me, I'm a little bit okay maybe, because at times you can find somebody who is in a wheelchair. He wants to access the toilet, but he cannot because the way they constructed it. Somebody wants to access the bank, but he can't get
So
it
how
there.
can they be helped?
No, the government has to come up with a policy of looking after this kind of people, of PWDs. The policy is there, but putting it in 2 years is the problem.
You're still watching Life Stories. We're going to go for a short break, and when we return on the show, Sam Gombya shares his opinion of the outlook on life that people with disabilities must adopt. Life Stories will be right back.